y'all, so I am here and I'm doing a quick review of Cantu's new Refresh line, which is all about apple cider vinegar and cleaning your hair after a workout. So I actually just got done working out and I figured this would be a good time to try out these products, which I actually just got put onto this past weekend. So Cantu and Lexi with Curls, she's another hair blogger, had a Curly and Fit event in NYC. So we had a carnival boot camp with Coach Cass, who's a Ghanaian dancer. She teaches a whole bunch of classes, hard, sweaty, and it's a good workout. And so they gave us these products to try after. And the whole idea of them, let me go through this. First is a co-wash, apple cider vinegar dry co-wash that has tea tree oil, also has shea butter. So the reason these products are great for working out is because after you work out, I mean, sometimes you're straight at the gym taking a shower there and you need to go somewhere else. You don't have time to like fully wash your hair, dry it, style it, do all that type of stuff. And then also, I mean, a lot of us don't necessarily like to wash our hair, or even really wet it, co-wash it, rinse it, whatever, during the week, but you still want your hair to be clean. And particularly after you sweat, you can get a lot of buildup, and a smell, and all that. So you want to like be able to clean your scalp, detoxify your scalp, but you don't want to go through the whole like wash day full blown process. So that's a benefit right there with the co-wash, and also with the apple cider vinegar root rinse. So this product, great for straight weave, locks, extensions. So I actually have a coworker who uses this. She has locks, and she says she used it after she worked out, because as you can see, it has a nozzle, and you can just put it directly on your scalp to really rinse, any kind of buildup you're having, or anything like that. Now this you do want to rinse after. But like I said, you don't have to do like a full-blown complete wash. And also with washing sometimes can strip your hair. So the whole point of this, with having the shea butter, the tea tree oil and all that, it's going to cleanse, but it's also going to condition your hair, as well. So you're not getting that same type of like stripping that you get with the full-blown wash. And then there's also the apple cider vinegar root relief that has peppermint oil, and so this is to soothe any type of scratching or irritation. And so I'm actually going to try this one with you all today, because I've been having like some itchiness in the top of my crown, and I wash and rinse my hair all the time, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm excited to try this, and I'm going to start though with the co-wash. So like I said, I just worked out. I went to a Zumba class, and my hair was like half dry, half wet when I went. And I just wore it out because I was like, oh, I'm dancing, and sometimes I like to feel like I'm up in somebody's dance club or something. But so, my hair now is dry, but it smells still pretty good. But I like my hair to be clean like all the time and smell fresh, and just get that sweat out, because I sweat like crazy, pretty much no matter what kind of workout I'm doing. So that's why I'm like really excited about this. And because it's like a little chilly, I really don't need to have my hair wet all the time. Like I told you, I do a wash and go situation whenever I can. So this really could probably save me health wise, water bill, everything. So directions on this are very simple. Lightly spray hair evenly in targeted area, section by section, and let dry completely. So I'm just gonna start with some sections here in the back, and I'm just obviously just doing a quick hand part, because it's not that serious, to separate. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna spray here, and I'm spraying right on my scalp. Oh goodness, this smells so good. Spraying in my hair, it just feels good. Sometimes with like aerosol sprays, you could just feel like your hair is like being dried out instantly. It doesn't feel like that. So I'm just gonna go up to the next section here and do the same thing. And like I mentioned, man, and it also just have to say like the spraying motion just feels good. Like, do you remember when you used to get perms and sometimes they would spray like oil sheen on your scalp when they said, you know, you'd be like, oh, it's burning. They just spray with, with some oil sheen. Even though that was probably a sign that you were about to have scabs and they needed to rinse that out. But this spraying does soothe, you know, the scalp just a little bit. So this feels really good, actually. And I'm just going to go here, take another little piece from the side, and so you can see a little bit more of the spray. And you really just need a little bit. But as you can see, you know, it's also, well, there. You got a little bit on there. That's built up, and that might be because I sprayed too much on my hair, but you also have to let it dry. So I'm just going to leave that there and see what happens. That may be a lesson in doing too much or not. So we'll see, because I don't see that happening in the back, so I may have just done too much right there on that part. I'm just going to keep going to the next section, do a little bit less. So just a light spray here that we're doing across. Smells good, and it's a dry shampoo, so a lot of people don't necessarily experiment with dry shampoos, but like I said, it can be a great option when you don't want to do a whole wash day hassle. And you also, you know, just because it's dry doesn't mean it's going to dry your hair out, so that's a great thing about it. So I'm just going to come to this other section here and spray, and then come here. And I can't remember if I said that also with this one, but this also has the shea butter and the tea tree oil in it. So it's going to absorb, like it says, excess oil and then add some natural shine. It's considered part dry shampoo, part conditioner. So I do see right here that it's still kind of showing. I know this part is drying some, but I don't have that problem anywhere else where it's showing the grayness. So let this be a lesson that you don't want to spray on too much, or else you are going to get the powdery substance, because though it is a spray, it's a dry shampoo, so there's still like a dry powdery kind of feeling and texture to it. So you want to spray lightly, as the directions tell you to do, and not heavy like I just did. But so I'm also going to test out this root relief, because like I said, I'm having some issues in the center where I just feel like a lot of itchiness. So I want to try this here, and this is kind of the same thing where you just take off the cap, and you can already kind of see some of that is coming out, and you're just going to use this nozzle tip, and you're going to put it in the areas where you're having issues and that you need relief. And so you're just going to put this at the root of your hair, you know, wherever you're having itchiness or any type of irritation, small amount, and let it dry. So just going to try this here. I have to say it feels nice, just, you know, the coolness of having that on your hair. And I know before I've used peppermint oil, and it's just, the smell is so overpowering, and even just the sense of it, like my eyes have watered and everything because it's so strong. But this feels like it has a good balance. You know, I'm really not smelling it at all, you know, except for when I put my nose up to it, in that sense. And so I'm gonna go around just a little bit here, and actually I'm seeing that some of that is starting to go away a little bit more. But I'm just going to go around here, the edges some, where I still feel some itchiness, and just kind of put this here. And it, man, it just feels really nice, that coolness. And then, you know, you can also see it's kind of a gelish like texture, but it's not super wet, and it's not just like sitting on the hair. I feel like it absorbs pretty well. And my coworker also used this product, and she said make sure that you don't overdo it, because she did, and like she kind of got a stinging sensation because she just went a little too hard. So I'm actually proud of myself that I didn't do that with that. But if it does feel good on my scalp, And I'm glad that it didn't add a whole lot of wetness. I mean, my hair is kind of out and curly anyway, but I still don't want to be adding a whole lot of moisture. That's the whole reason I did this co-wash situation to begin with. So that's kind of my takeaway from it. I think if you are on the go and you want to cleanse your strands, you know, and you have somewhere to be, but you know that you've got a lot of sweat and gunk kind of built up in there, I would definitely say take the co-wash with you. And I know on Sally Beauty Supply, these are literally like $4.99 a piece, so you cannot beat that for a good, nice product. And you know, I mean, a lot of us do apple cider vinegar rinses, but it's so strong, you know, the smell, and then you have to dilute it yourself, and you're not going to carry that around with you, you know, where you go to the gym, you stand over somebody's house or whatever. So I feel like these are great options when you need relief kind of on the go. Like I said, from the gym, I think it's perfect for that. And you know, if you want to do a full-blown kind of wash without stripping your hair and really not even having to get it soaking wet, like if you have locks and you just want to go inside, you know, in between the sections and then just kind of like spray rinse and that sort of thing, these are definitely great options. So let me know what you think if you tried them, or if you have any questions. As always, please subscribe to the channel. Visit Be.Enough.com, BE-ENOUGH.com, and I will see you again soon. Thanks.